Hey guys, welcome to number 27 of the Derby Career Mode Live. And to start off this episode, we've got a game against Aston Villa at home, so it should be quite a nice, easy win. They're not doing too well at the moment in real life. As you can see, we've got 3 games in the month of January where we will be potentially making some signings. I've actually put a load of bids in between the 2 episodes, so I'll quickly let you have a look at those on the transfer negotiations page. And that's all we've sent. We've got some really big players here. And I can't wait to see if some of them come back positively, because that'll be really good. Mainly just swap deals with Martins, the central midfielder, and Albert Tozer, the centre back. So let's go into the game now against Aston Villa. Looking at the lineups for today's game, we've actually gone for a bit of a second team. We've got Rawson in, back from his loan. I want to see how he does in the centre back position. There's a bit of a fitness issue at the moment, but we haven't got that many games in January, so we should be able to level it out after this game, which will be nice to see. So let's go and see the Aston Villa lineup now, who has got Lescott in the centre-back position, Guzan in goal, Richards, Bakuna, Amavi, Sanchez, Adama, Gaye, or whatever his name is, Grealish, Gested, and Vertu, and on the bench some pretty good options, Pacey, and should do a bit of damage as well, so it's going to be an interesting one. It is in the rain, it's the first game of the episode as well, so I need to get myself warmed up, and Aston Villa, it's quite a nice one to kick it off. So we've got 2 minutes of added time now, and this has literally been one of the most boring games I've ever played. Aston Villa have played ultra defensive, they've been wasting a lot of time, and it's just one of those things that you can't really do much about. And there it is, full time. Literally nothing happened in that game. I don't know what I can show really. 1 shot for us, and then 4 for them, and I don't think they're even in, like, yeah, I think they're all headers, to be honest, so just don't know, like literally nothing going for us in that game. But a point is a point, and it's in the rain, and I'm never that good, so we'll take the positives. So we've got some transfer offers there for Callum Wilson, and we're just going to go in for that 18 million minimum price tag for him. I think that's perfectly fine with the price for the top goal scorer in the league. For Hoger, I think we're going to go for the 15 million mark. He's about the same rating, but he's a lot older. He's probably not going to grow too much more, but he's still a very good player. Just simulating some training sessions here, and we have got Drommel growing to an 80 rated goalkeeper from a 66. That is absolutely insane. In about, I don't know, what's that, a year and 6 months? Like, that's crazy to be able to grow so much in such a little amount of time. So I'm going to counter this offer here for 26 million, and I think that's more than what he's worth. Like, you think about it, an 80 rated 20-year-old, you'd be paying a stupid amount of money for that. So I think 26 million, maybe I'll drop to 25, but he's an excellent form, keeping clean sheet for days, and a lot of clubs coming in for him, obviously, because he is so good. So I think I am going to request for some money off the board, and I think I'll get a little bit more realistic at 10 million. I think that should be able to convince them. Maybe they'll give us like 6 to 7 million with that. So a player we were looking at before was Mikel Antonio, and what we're going to do is try and get him during this window. That would be a nice improvement on Rodriguez, he's been okay, but not quite good enough. His form is absolutely terrible. Antonio's is, but I think I could get better performances out of him, so we're just going to go. He's worth 3.1, they want 5. An extra 500k on top of it, they should be able to negotiate. So we've got a transfer offer accepted here for one of our swap deals. It's Andre Martins for Victor Wanyama. And you think, like, Wanyama is such a quality player, probably playing any of the top 4 teams in the Prem, so I think picking him up would be a very nice improvement, and potentially moving on Hoger and picking up another similar style player. So we've got some transfer offers here for Albert Tozer and of course Drommel, and we're going to just match Albert Tozer's like top range, so that's 5.2 million. I'd be more than happy with that. He's been okay form wise, but he's not going to grow too much more, so I think picking up that 5 mil and getting a young centre-back could be a bit more beneficial. Another transfer offer in here for Hoger, just going to match the 15 million. I think we've got another deal in for someone else here. I'm not too sure who it is though. I mean, it is Hoger again. So our next game is against Swansea City. We're not like winning a lot of our games. Like, you look at the other teams above us, they've got all double figures now. We've got a lot of draws, and we've only lost 3 games this season, which is good to see, the same as Manchester City, but they've got a few more wins under their belt. I think what we need to do is do a little bit better defensively, and maybe a couple more goals going forwards. That'd be nice. Let's have a look at the lineups for today's game on the Swansea City side. They've got Eder up front, Sigurdsson, Dyer, AU, who's that in the holding midfielder role? We've got Jack Cork, and is that Lucas? I think he's a youngster from the scouting network. Williams, Fernandez, Rangel, and Norvelt in goal. It's a okay team. It's got some good players, but we should be able to beat them. Free kick here, can we get something on the end of it? And it is Thomas Ince, and he has put it into the back of the net there. Wonderful little set piece from Hoga, putting his assists up to like 7 this season. And Thomas Ince getting on the score sheet as well. He doesn't score that many goals since coming up into the Prem in the Championship. Quite an easy win for us every single game, but in the Prem it's a little bit tougher. We're doing very well. We're at 6 in the table, only a couple of points out of the top like 4 or 5. So yeah, it's nice to get an early goal in the game as well. In that Aston Villa one in the rain, I never felt like I was going to score. It was just drudgy and just really difficult to get the ball forwards and going. There we go, ball through for Rodriguez. Got to finish now. No, he's hit it against the keeper and not scored. How is he not finished off the game now? If we concede an added time now. Oh my God, Rodriguez's finishing is just so bad. It's so frustrating. He's okay at dribbling. Like, it's nothing too special to keep him just for that reason. But yeah, he's just really frustrating because he looks good on paper, but when you play with him, he's just not amazing, really. And there it is, full time against Swansea City. Not the most eventful game in the world, but a goal to get us into the lead, and then just a nice amount of possession against Swansea City. When you think about it, they normally have around the 55 mark, and we had quite a bit. Mario Götze has just joined Valencia on a free. That's just how crazy Karima kind of is, and it's really weird like that. So we've got some transfer offers here for Hoga, and of course Mr. Wilson, who's in very good form. We're just going to lower it down to just under 14 million. Maybe that'll just tease him to get him into the deal, and still I think that's a very good price for a very good versatile player. And Callum Wilson going for that 18 million price tag. So we have the contract accepted here for Victor Wanyama. It technically makes us money because he's actually on less money, I think. Yeah, our money goes up. So I think signing Wanyama, he's made for the Premier League, and I think that's just a terrific signing. Obviously Martins I think does go slightly higher in potential rating, but it's not always the most important thing. And 77 rated, 92 strength, an absolute beast in that holding midfield role. And I'm going to have to consider a new formation potentially with, I'm not too sure, I'm really not too sure, but maybe 3 midfielders and 3 attackers in a kind of, I don't know. So we've got a short-term loan option here for Ross, and I think I'm just going to accept it. He's not going to have too many games. He did play quite nicely in the first game of the episode against Aston Villa, kept the clean sheet. That was quite nice of him, but they weren't really attacking too much. And Bologna are actually very close to meeting that £5.2 million deal there. That would be quite nice to see if they do accept that. We're going to actually ask for some money off the board, as feel we deserve it. So we've got about 6.7 million added to the transfer budget. I think that's a nice amount of money, and Torino have actually matched the 15 million for Hoga, so technically we'll have about 22 million pounds to spend. What we do with that money, I'm not too sure really. We'll have to have a look at the team and what we need to improve. I think we need a goal scorer, to be fairly honest with you. I think that will really add to the team, and it will just help out Callum Wilson as well. He's not got as much pressure on his shoulders having to score pretty much every goal for us. And Lazio has also accepted the 14 million, so we'll either get 15 or 14. Either way, a lot of money to pick up. As well, Bologna has accepted the 5.2 million for Raul Albentosa, adding us up to about 27 million pounds now. So maybe if we sell Drommel, we'll be up to 50. And as you can see there, Eriksen wants to leave Tottenham Hotspur, so maybe we can afford him. I'm not too sure. We'll have to have a look and see if we have a player that we could do a swap deal with. And I'm thinking the only one really is the goalkeeper, Drommel, and then we buy a new goalkeeper with the money we have. I don't know. I think he's a good player, Drommel, but Christian Eriksen, it's not likely we're going to get a deal like this ever again. So I think we're just going to stick him in there. Maybe Tottenham will want him. I know they got Hugo Lloris and Michel Vorm, so if we do get rid of Drommel, who is a fantastic player for us, but Eriksen, I think that will unlock the door quite nicely. So we've got another transfer offer here, and it is from Real Madrid. Real Madrid, PSG, Barcelona, Bayern, they always pay quite a bit over the recommended amount, so that potentially could be happening. So we've got Abate here, a player that you guys did suggest. The only issue is with him, he's 30 years old. He's not going to go up. His pace isn't it's a lot, but you compare it to the players we currently have, it's not much of a difference. So there you go, Hoga has been sold for 14 million, lads, and there's about 12 million to the transfer budget, and Real Madrid have come in for Will Hughes, and I think for Will Hughes, we've got to be paying about 40 mil. He's that kind of player. He's English. He's 77 rated. He's only going to go up, and we've just sold a central midfielder, so we're going to get rid of all of them at once. So we're going to do some more training now. If we can get some growth, it's always nice to see. So let's have a quick look, and Will Hughes is growing. Drommel, 90 diving, 87 reflexes. I might be looking into doing his throwing and handling, because I think they're only in the 60s, so leveling them out a bit would be quite a nice thing. And you think about it, we got Hoga on a free, picked him up for that amount, and as you can see as well, Raul Albentosa is leaving the club as well, so we're thinning out this squad quite nicely, and we've got quite a bit of money now. You look at that, that is a lot of money. We could get a quality signing with that, like Christian Eriksen. Ooh, Real Madrid, you are tempting me very nicely. 20 million. I feel just slightly under the 1,000 technique, and then we'll have 50 million pounds to spend. Even though they are interested in Drommel, they want an extra 24 million, so I don't think he actually wants to leave the club now, and that's why that price tag has gone up so highly. So the player that was suggested is this Clark Harris guy. He's obviously a very pacey player. 69 rated though, it's not quite good enough in my opinion, so we're going to look and see if we can pick up Andros Townsend for 4 million. That's another bargain if we could pick him up. 45 grand a week, not too expensive, and would give us a lot of versatility in the winger position. And there you go, Tottenham Hotspur have accepted the £6 million bid for Andros Townsend. I'm going to make an important first team player. I'm probably going to put him into the first team if we do sign him, but you save that little bit of crucial for in the future when you need to get him back on a new contract. Then that's very nice to have. So I think we're going to probably bring in Andros Townsend, and I don't know what else we need really. I think maybe changing the formation to a 4-3-3 and making Salabos into a central midfielder instead of a cam. Maybe that's the option we go for. It's whether we do get Quintero or not, and we've definitely thinned out the squad. We've got a lot of money as well. You've got to think about that. They've got 50 million if we do sell Drommel, and I think we've probably just done it there. So Will Hughes has actually been transfer listed because we didn't increase his wage. He literally told us on the 26th, and now it's the 28th. You waited 2 days, Will. Come on, mate, chill out. So we're going to have to re-sign his contract as well. Andros Townsend wants crucial first-team player. A pretty understandable thing. He's coming to a relatively smaller club, I know, in the table. It's not too much. But yeah, let's sort out that Will Hughes conundrum quickly, because we don't want him leaving anytime soon. So what we're going to do now, it's not been the most of interesting episodes, but I want to get your guys' input on what we actually sign, because we will have £50 million after this game. Maybe we need to swing the budget a little bit more, and we'll have about 45. But anyway, we can make some really big signings. I want to know what you guys think they should be in the comments down below. Obviously, we're going to lose Drommel. It's a bit of a shame, but £26 million for a goalkeeper, that's a really good price, and you could probably pick up a similar rated goalkeeper, probably not as good stats. But yeah, I think profit, that's all you think about in football. You got to make a profit. It's a business, and that's what I've done there. So obviously there's not too many reserves now, so kind of thinning out the squad, getting us a little bit more money. And I wanted to loan out Thomas, Eggstein and Bennett, that's for sure, and Calero. They're not really going to play that many games. We haven't got any cup games now until the end of the season, so make sure you do leave a comment down below on who we should sign. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Probably going to sign Andros Townsend in the next episode, who is another winger. Maybe we need to get rid of the Rodriguez, as we may have too many then. I don't know. He's looking good, but he's not performing good. That's the unfortunate thing about Rodriguez. But anyway, I've rambled on for too long now, so make sure you do leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Leave a like, rating, and see you soon. Bye.